Hello and welcome to our Friday video. This video is actually not going to be what it was originally intended to be. I was going to show you the yarn that I picked out for my grandson to make for an Afghan for his new house, but I didn't end up going to the store. So instead, I have finished the taco shawl and I'm going to get ready to block it. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit or show you a little bit about what I'm going to do. I was very pleasantly surprised. This has already been dampened down and I pressed the water out of it. So it's wet, but it's not like drippy wet. But here it is. And I will show you tomorrow on the Saturday podcast what the finished product ended up looking like. This is one big shawl, so I couldn't block it on my smaller stuff downstairs. I need to block it up here. The blocking boards I have are actually huge. They open up to about 6 by 8 feet. They're big panels that unfold like an accordion. I'll turn this around so you can see that. But I also have blocking wires, which I will be using. And I will be using some blocking pins or forks, I think they call these. I'm not sure what they call these. I will put a link to these. Not this particular brand, but I will put a link to these down below in the description box. KnitPicks sells them, Amazon sells them. So I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out. I'll list them under KnitPicks blockers, and I'll also put them under Amazon so you can tell which ones are which. But yeah, what these are is a whole set, and they're all pretty much the same. You have different sizes of these forks that you use for pinning. And then you have some of these larger ones. And what I'm going to be doing is using these blocking wires to thread them through the shawl itself, and then you can pull it in one straight line and put the pins in. But you can also use the blocking pins separately as well. So I'm going to turn this around and show you what I've got. I'm hoping that this does not mildew up here, because I have had this blocking board does have a mildew spot on it. This is the craft cave upstairs, and up here, our bedroom's downstairs. We don't come upstairs all that often, so I closed the heat vents up on the second floor. So the second floor is a good 6 or 7 degrees colder than downstairs. We keep the doors shut and we keep the heat vents shut so that we don't heat the upstairs that we're not in. So we keep most of the heat down on the floor that we live on. So I have had that happen before, and it is chilly out. We've actually got ice going on right now. So hopefully it'll be warm enough up here for it to at least dry this without mildewing the back of the blocking board. So let me get the camera turned around and I will show you what I'm going to be doing. So I am just using 2 panels here. There is a third, oops, there is a third panel right here that I'm lifting up. This is the one that has mildew on it, like right in here. I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera, but I'm just letting that hang off the bed. This is the spare bedroom up here, as well as the craft cave. So I need something this big because it is going to be a large shawl. So the first thing I am going to be doing is threading this wire through the sides of the shawl. I will probably, because of the size of this, it'll probably take 2 wires to get all the way through the whole width and length of this. But that's okay, I've got them. You don't go through every single stitch, you just loosely weave it through. I'll hold this up so you can kind of see what I'm doing. There, you can kind of see I'm working along the top of the shawl right now. So I've got it all the way across at this point. There you can see the far end of it. And over here, there's this end. Yeah, so I am going to pause the camera and I'm going to do the two sides, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all blocked at that point on the boards. So there it is finished. It is literally 9 feet across. You can kind of see the stitches really well because they're pulled open. I'm having to walk all the way around and scooch around the corner to get to it, to the edge here. So there we go. It even was hanging off the edge there. I had to kind of pin it in. So there are those mildew stains I told you about. So I tried to avoid those. But there it is. So I hope you found this blocking tutorial helpful. My hair is a wreck after climbing around all over the half of the bed to try to get this put together. So make sure you stay tuned to tomorrow's video on Saturday to see how it turned out, what it looks like, and the ends will be woven in by then. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.